What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the stream. So, Bitcoin is now trading above 10,000. We just saw a major breakout. This is getting pretty epic pretty fast. Let's go back to the 4-hour chart, take a look. So Bitcoin currently above resistance right now. So we're actually getting a break above the 2-year long downward sloping resistance. And if Bitcoin can get back up above 10,100, this would be a breakout, a confirmed breakout along the 2-year long multi-year resistance line. So if we can get this to take place, guys, this is a historic moment for Bitcoin. And we're just a few bucks away from possibly getting a new high here in the market, which would be a confirmed breakout above the multi-year resistance. So let's see how this goes. I'm gonna let people join in the chat before we get started here. Hold on, guys, I'm gonna share this stream. I'm gonna share this stream on different platforms before we get started. So I'm just gonna have you guys go on hold for about a few minutes as we watch this take place, and I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back. I gotta turn my volume, but Bitcoin is above 10,100. We're hitting a new high here. We're getting a potential confirmed breakout above the multi-year resistance. We're gonna get this stream started very soon. Smash up that like button, guys. We're going to get started in just a minute. Bitcoin at above, coming up on 10,200. Breaking above 10,200 right now. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So Bitcoin currently trading above $10,000. We just hit $10,200. I'm looking at the 4-hour chart right now. Things are looking extremely bullish. So if we just zoom out for a second, and we take a look at what's going on right now. Let's go back to the 12-hour chart. So we're still above 10,000. Bitcoin just created a higher high on the chart, right? So we had this previous high here, looking at the 12-hour chart. Our highest high of this run since 38.58 was at 10,080 or 10,079 on Coinbase. And we just broke into a higher high, currently testing that high once again. So if you mark up that horizontal resistance, Bitcoin is currently testing that right now. But this is showing that, you know, we had this downward sloping resistance working against us for a while. And now we're popping up above it, starting to move through it right now, testing that previous high. So we've gotten a breakout above the 2-year-long downward sloping resistance, guys. Look, check this out. You know, this is you can make the argument that you have to use the wick, but personally, I use the area with the most consistent resistance points, the most consistent touch points, which is this area here, this next wick right here, $10,500 area here, and that $9,500 area here. And guys, we are getting above this right now, right? We are getting a move above the multi-year resistance, and this is huge. This is huge, guys, right? I mean, we've talked about this endlessly on my channel that, you know, if Bitcoin does get a break above this, which it seems like it could be taking place right now, you know, we had this multi-year pennant formation, right? And Bitcoin is currently possibly getting a breakout above that. And if we can remain above this multi-year downtrend, that would mean that Bitcoin is actually pivoting out of this formation, this multi-year pennant formation, and we could create unique market structure above the downward sloping resistance. And if we can just at the very least sustain prices in this area above resistance, this could usher in the next major bullish phase. So this is huge for Bitcoin right now. I mean, we're trading around 10,125 right now. And like I was saying on Twitter earlier today, if things get, you know, if we get a breakout here, FOMO will probably kick in and we could see a nice move to the upside. Now, again, another thing I've discussed on my channel was that if we do get a breakout, this is what I've been saying in my past few videos, if we do get a breakout, which we're getting right now, then at that point it becomes more likely that we actually break above 10,500 and actually hit higher targets than that. Possibly, you know, some people are talking like 11,000 something. I think it could be as high as 12,000 actually on this next major move to the upside. It's very possible. Because if you think about it, you know, we've been fighting what is the downward sloping resistance for many years, a couple of years now, right? I guess mostly it's been the past year, but this is our resistance, just a downward trajectory. And now we were fighting it for many weeks and we just popped above it. And as we were saying in my videos, it's my past few videos, I've been saying it's more likely that we are going to get a breakout now. It became much more bullish once again, right? Bitcoin rallied into, you know, we got that weekly volume indication right here after that low at 38.58. I became very bullish on the market. We started pushing higher and higher and higher. I was staying bullish the whole time. People were calling me a permabull the whole time, right? They were like, how could you be so bullish? I just remained bullish the whole time, higher lows. As long as we saw higher lows, I was going to remain bullish. I became a little bit more neutral here, and then I became bullish once again. Now we're breaking out. So I'm pretty happy with the analysis that I've provided on this channel. And you know, the stock market isn't selling off, right? One thing we discuss a lot on my channel as well is that if the stock market sees a reversal, then Bitcoin could see some downside. Never happened. Bitcoin stayed bullish, just as the analysis suggested it would, right? And the interesting thing about what's happened over the past few months is that Bitcoin dropped, you know, significantly to 38.58. But what happened, guys? We dropped. What happened? Immediate recovery straight back to the levels we were at, which suggests that this drop was obviously, in fact, due to the global pandemic. And most likely, if we didn't have a global pandemic, we would have just created a higher low and continued up from there. But we had a little bit of a delay, right? We had a little bit of a setback. We recovered, and now we're looking pretty bullish once again. So things are looking great. Next target, 10,500 if we can get up there. Right now, we are still fighting 10,100, which is near that previous resistance from this area right here. I haven't looked at chat yet. Let me check out chat. So let's see what Bitcoin can do as we're getting a breakout here. I've missed all of chat. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the stream. Kevin Blanger's in here. Kyle Hoffman's in here. Sergio's in here. 6CZ is in here. 1024. A lot of familiar faces. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the stream. Glad you guys have you guys here again. All the regulars are in the chat. Appreciate you guys always being here, always supporting the stream. Atozi is in the chat as well. Craig Neve is in the chat. Guys, welcome, welcome. We're finally getting this breakout. Looking good. Looking pretty good. We're going to see how much volume we can get now. We're going to see if, there's a... Like I was saying on Twitter, we might just see a lot of FOMO if we break out. We just got the breakout. So I'm assuming we probably will see a lot of volume. A huge increase in volume now. Because, there was a lot of people that I saw on social media that were saying, Kevin, you shouldn't be bullish. You're a perma-bull. We're going to drop to 3,000 again or something. And everyone was just waiting for lower prices. I feel like I have this speech every week. Every week we just keep going up. And I make the same speech. The bears have been a little bit there's just a lot of people on the sidelines that are probably FOMOing right now. That's my point. There's a lot of people that were waiting for those lower prices. They just didn't get it. They just didn't get it. Of course, nothing is guaranteed, but things are looking really good right now. Anthony M is in the chat. What is up? Guys, how many likes do we have on this? We have like 400 viewers. We should have 400 likes by now. Come on. So let's go to the lower time frames and see what this breakout looks like. We'll drop down to the 30-minute. All right, well, we still have 9 minutes left on this 30-minute. Let's go to the 15. So it looks like the bulls stepped in here on the 15-minute lower time frames, bought it back up after that little dump there. So 10,000 acted as very short-term support. So we'll see if we can get some more continuation off of this. But, it's really awesome to see from this weekly perspective right now, right? Just looking at this from a weekly perspective, how, we're finally getting above this lower low trajectory. If we push, 10,500 is next if we can get there. But this is looking pretty good. So Ethereum also popping up. So that line that you see right there is this downward sloping resistance for Ethereum. So Ethereum is looking to push above it as well. If Ethereum gets a major breakout, we could be testing in between 275 to 290 for Ethereum. Ethereum has been performing really well. I'm really liking Ethereum's performance recently. Oh, that reminds me, what is Litecoin doing? Because Litecoin was sitting at the 21-week EMA, and it's been lagging behind a lot. It's been really lagging recently. So let me check this out. Let's pull up the 21-week EMA, see if Litecoin has broken this yet. Because if Litecoin does break this, I think there's going to be some pretty decent gains here. So it hasn't broken it yet. If Litecoin can break this blue 21-week EMA, I think Litecoin will probably end up seeing, at least 20% of a move up to that downward sloping resistance. So that'll be interesting to watch. Kyle Hoffman says Kevin Svensson is the original Ethereum bull. I guess, Kyle, you were, I first started my social media career, because it wasn't back then, it was nothing. It was just me posting on Facebook, but I was super heavily involved in Ethereum in the Facebook group there. And that's how a lot of people discovered me originally, was that back then I was a little bit less informed, but I was like, oh, Ethereum's going to take over Bitcoin. But of course I didn't really understand it back then, but I was super bullish on Ethereum back then. But those were the good old days. Those days were much simpler days when everything was just mooning. So let's see if we can get some continuation. So I think I could probably turn on music if you guys want music. See what I have. I don't even remember what this music is, but so we're kind of stalling right now around 10,000, just below 10,100. But we'll see. I don't see too much selling just yet. Yeah, this is right now where we are right now is the area that we're going to want to hold. I mean, at least I would say this previous resistance, you definitely want to hold 9,950. The bulls definitely don't want to let this thing drop below 9,950 because then, you know, we could at least have a temporary pullback. But as long as we're above like 9,950, 10,000, then we could see continuation, in my opinion. Just making sure this music is working because I can't hear it. There we go. So we're going to hang out, guys. We're going to chill. We're going to see what happens from here. Bitcoin just saw rejection off 10,221. Still above 10,000. Yeah, a lot of people were worried that the riots would cause crypto to crash or something, but like what I've been saying on my channel is obviously every professional knows that Bitcoin is correlated to the stock market, but it's not directly correlated and it's not always correlated. But basically what makes Bitcoin correlate with the traditional markets is confidence. If the stock market sees a lot of confidence, is very bullish, people are confident in Bitcoin. If the stock market is extremely uncertain and bearish, people are a little less confident in Bitcoin because it's all based on human nature. Human nature, guys, right? A lot of people say Bitcoin's not correlated to the stock market, but you can't change human nature. There's no magical force that makes crypto traders remove their human nature from their trading, right? You see what I'm saying? It's all based on human nature. The correlation between the stock market and Bitcoin is based on confidence. It's that simple. Every professional knows that, and people who deny it are uninformed and in denial, guys. Again, it's not always correlated, and it's not directly correlated, but the confidence makes it correlate. Appreciate all 544 of you tuning in right now. Bitcoin stalling just above resistance. So we are getting a breakout above previous resistance, right? But we're currently trading just at that previous wick, that previous high. I mean, sitting at those prices right now. But as you can tell, we were in a downward sloping trajectory and we've just snapped straight above it. So this is obviously a bullish sign, and it's quite possible that we do get continuation. 10,500 is obviously going to be that next major target for the market. Six-hour parabolic side reverse flipped bullish moon in. Is that what you said? So I'm on the 6 hour right now, actually. Oh, it did, yeah. I would imagine so at this point, yeah. What does the weekly look like? Yep, just looking for continuation now. The parabolic stop reverse indicator is actually very good. It's really good. You know, it can fake you out sometimes, but generally, I mean, we kind of remain bearish with it, remain bullish with it, remain bearish with it. A little bit of a fake out because of the global pandemic in this range, but now we're just kind of remaining bullish with it. If we can get continuation here, things could get pretty bullish pretty fast, and we might just continue to hug, or we might continue to hold this bullish trend on the parabolic stop reverse indicator. Also, if you pair it up with the Heikin-Ashi candles, also a great pair. Like, even though the Heikin-Ashi candles showed that, you know, there was a potential, you know, some sort of bullish potential here, the parabolic stop reverse indicator showed you that there was no change yet. So it kept you on course, right? You see, it's a great pair. Heikin-Ashi candles and the parabolic stop reverse indicator. Great way to identify trends and trend reversals. Right now, everything looks great. $10,130 now. So we're getting above resistance a little bit. So we talked a little bit about Bitcoin. We talked a little bit about Ethereum. Some people were asking me if they want me to talk about XRP. I'm not sure. I'm not a huge fan. Not a huge fan of XRP, and I can tell you why. If you want me to explain this, let me explain why I don't like XRP. First off, Ripple sells XRP onto the open market to make money for their investors. So they dump XRP on you to make money. I don't like that model. And some people deny that, but really the chart tells the whole story. Right? The chart tells the story, guys. What has XRP been doing for 2 years? Well, we've almost had like a parabolic shift to the downside. It's been like going parabolically down. It's terrible. It's horrible. I mean, look at this. Look at this trend. I think if Bitcoin gets bullish, XRP will break this to the upside. But I mean, this is just so bad. This is just so bad. It's been the worst asset to hold in the top 10 coins for the past 2 years. It's been the worst. You haven't made any gains. Nothing. No growth. I'm not a fan. I don't like that. XRP, all Ripple is doing is just dumping XRP onto the market to make money for their investors. They're just dumping. Too many coins out there. Not a fan. Now, am I saying that XRP can't do well? No, it could have some crazy pump, but just remember that if it does have some crazy pump, at some point Ripple is going to do what they do best, which is dump XRP on the market, and then it's just going to trend down again. It's very centralized ownership. But you know, don't hate me too much for that. I just don't. I'm just explaining. It's just my opinion. I'm not saying XRP can't do well. I'm just not a fan. All right, so we are continuing up, guys. We're coming back up to 10,200 now. Let's see what Bitcoin can do. Obviously 10,500 is that next major upside target, right? And that's what we have marked up on the screen right now. Someone said turn down the music volume. I don't really have enough. I've never really been interested in Cardano. Nothing really stood out to me. When Kev's got the lights off, you know he's in the zone. Oh, I'm in the zone. I'm just watching Bitcoin pump. This is great. Again, guys, most of my streams are just like hangouts, you know, nothing planned, kind of just go with it. Watch the market, talk to chat. Yeah, guys, the riots have been crazy. In my local city, I actually was on a rooftop at my friend's house. And this was in Philadelphia. I was at my friend's house on a rooftop looking at the city, and all of a sudden smoke just comes up from the state, just like a couple miles in front of us. Just smoke just comes bellowing out of the buildings. And we didn't know what it was because there was no news reports about it yet. And then 30 minutes later, they report that protesters were burning cop cars. I was like watching it happen. It was crazy. There was like helicopters everywhere flying around, cops going crazy, just sirens all over the place. And then they had a mandatory curfew. I got locked in the city for the whole night. The next morning I leave my friend's house, and then my friend texts me that day and says, "Yo, people are shooting off, like there's gunshots 2 blocks away." Like Philly just went nuts. There were rioters pushing empty cop cars down the street, trying to get the cop cars to run over cops. Crazy. Anyway, right now, Bitcoin is testing higher. We're coming up on 10,300, coming up to that 10,500 mark. We just hit 10,300. And of course, guys, that $10,500 level is that upside target that everybody has had their eye on for many months. That is that horizontal resistance. Right now, we have gotten the confirmed break of the multi-year downtrend. And now we're coming up on that horizontal resistance at 10,500, back from that last high here in February before the global pandemic. We're coming up on that right now. If we get above 10,500, guys, that's huge. That's huge. First higher high in 2 years. First macro higher high in 2 years if we do this. Huge. And at that point, I actually think we could go upwards of 11,500, 12,000, as I discussed in my previous video. So let's see if this is, it's not guaranteed. We could actually move. We could actually pump past 10,500 at this point if there's enough FOMO. But guys, we have 600 people watching. Let's get as many likes as we possibly can get on this live stream. Let's like it up for Bitcoin at 10K. All right, so let's go to the 15-minute and to see what this pump is looking like, because this happened really quick. Yeah, so we've had 2 15-minute candles. Bulls bought this back up, and we're seeing continuation. This is all looking pretty good right now on this pump. And I'm sure there's a lot of FOMO here. Going back to the weekly chart, we can see that Bitcoin is now finally, guys, finally above this multi-year downtrend. Awesome. Awesome stuff. Finally doing it, guys. And again, if we get above 10,500, that could be your indication that Bitcoin is in fact entering the next bull phase at the very least, or the next bull market. For some reason, Twitter doesn't load for me, but I want to bring up that stock to flow. I'm not sure why Twitter's not working for me right now. Bitcoin at 10,300. guess I can't pull it up right now. I can pull up the stock to float on CryptoWatch though. Wait, hold on. Are we pushing higher? We are. Bitcoin now testing up. Now testing towards 10,400, guys. We're still going 10,420. This is unreal, guys. FOMO is really, really kicking in at this point. All the people that thought Bitcoin was going to crash again, they're FOMOing back into the market. They don't want to be left out of this. I'm not saying that's the right thing to do. I'm just saying that's the reality. Guys, we're so close to 10,500. We're so close. So technically the exact price is 10,522. That's what we really need to get above. What is Ethereum doing now? Ethereum at 250, guys. Ethereum hitting new highs here too, since the crash. Ethereum getting above that resistance as well. Awesome. Is Litecoin going to get a break above the 21-week EMA? It looks like it might. This could cause some pretty bullish action for Litecoin. Gotta love this, guys. The CryptoWatch asset card list is just super green. Bitcoin up almost 10% right now. Where's Chainlink at? Chainlink is at $4.43. Okay. So we did see a move earlier. I mean, guys, for Chainlink right now, the story is simple. You just got to retest the highs and look to get above the all-time high. That's it. I mean, we're just sitting like right here, like right below this area. We just need to range back to, you know, $5 basically. See if we can get above it. The market is making a beeline towards 10,500 right now. We'll see if we can get there. Atozi says how to not get wrecked. Buy consistently and don't use leverage. I totally agree, and that's what I preach on my channel. The only people that get wrecked, guys, you have no idea. It was, I mean, you do have an idea because you're in crypto, but like I'm sitting here, you know, Bitcoin's making a higher low here at 6,400. We see a breakout. I'm like, this is it, right? We're moving to the halving. Like, this is going to be that next major run before the huge push to the upside. I'm like buying all the way up. I'm like, you know, I bought at the golden retrace. I bought a little bit here. We dumped lower, and then I start buying up all the way up, just buying on the way up, thinking that this could be the last run before I can't get these prices again. Then, of course, we have a global pandemic. My portfolio value drops like 70%, like including the altcoins and everything that are in my portfolio. Like, it was crazy. The number just went down 70%, and I didn't sell. I just bought more, right? That's what I said literally as we were crashing. And so, and then once basically the day, like once this weekly volume, once this weekly candle showed up, I have that Twitter post and the YouTube videos where it's like, guys, weekly volume. This is a buy signal. Just like that was a sell signal, just like this was a buy signal. And I've been bullish ever since, all the way up here. And the people were calling me a perma bull all the way up. But I mean, this is just the technicals. The technicals suggested we would continue up. There was nothing saying Bitcoin was going to sell off. And again, I feel like I've had this speech like every other week. But I got so much, the most criticism I ever got as a career, in my career as a crypto YouTuber was literally just being bullish on the way up here. It was nuts. Everyone was like, no, we're going to crash again. We're going to crash again. We're going to crash again. Never happened. I would have to say Chainlink is my favorite altcoin. Although you know, I've always liked Ethereum. Ethereum was one of my first major buys in crypto, and that worked out great. But I would say Chainlink is probably my favorite right now. I mean, we're talking about excluding Bitcoin, Chainlink, and then Ethereum, my two top picks. Above 10,300, trading around 10,300 right now. Just looking at chat as Bitcoin stalls at 10,300. No major selling just yet. We're just stalling for a bit. Yeah, in terms of altcoins, the altcoin that I think is both the safest bet and also has the most potential gains together is Chainlink. Overall, if I was going to suggest an altcoin to a crypto noob, I would just say Ethereum because it has a lot of potential right now with the new upgrades coming in. Also, it's just a safe bet, very safe, right? So it's fairly cheap and it's safe. So I think it's a great one to buy as well. I know a lot of professionals out there that are getting very bullish on Ethereum now with all the new updates. Chris says long-term investors can buy at the all-time high. No, I mean, I guess. That's not what you want to do though. You don't want to wait till the all-time high and then buy and then survive the whole bear market. No. I mean, guys, I consider myself a macro trader. I was extremely bearish. I wouldn't touch crypto with a 10-foot pole in 2018. And all my long-term viewers of the channel know that. I was like public enemy for being bearish on Bitcoin in 2018. But then once we dropped, people subscribed, and that's how my channel really got started. Yeah, Ethereum is a solid starting point, and it's a solid coin to sort of ground your altcoin portfolio because it's very correlated to Bitcoin. So, you know, Actac says, join Kevin's Patreon, good stuff, making money. Yeah, guys, my patrons saw that, right? You guys saw that when the portfolio dropped like 70%. And then I was like, guys, there's no point in selling now. You know, this flash crash happened fast. There's just no point in taking this loss right now. Just buy, right? Weekly volume suggests buy. And it was one of the best decisions. Buying every single dip on the way up, guys, was a good move. Buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip was a fantastic play for the past few months. Buying the dip. Simple strategy, worked super well. Guys, you know, a lot of people on like Twitter and a lot of just analysts in general, they sometimes tend to overcomplicate the process of making money. And they try to tell you that you gotta be like in and out of the market, and you gotta be like buying here and selling here, and like they post like 3 different charts every day with 3 different trades, and it's like the best thing you could have done was just buy Bitcoin and hold it this entire time. Super simple. That was the best way to go. Easy. You didn't need to sell and buy back lower and like do all these things. Just buy and hold. It was the simplest 2 months of my life. Do I think Chainlink is overvalued? No, I don't. So one thing you'll notice about Chainlink in general is this is the Coinbase chart, so we have limited history here, but I could pull up another chart. But guys, look. I mean, every time Chainlink dumps, there's just tons of demand, and it just gets bought right back up. The crypto market is bearish. Chainlink is bearish. We have a huge run to the highs again, back to testing the highs. We dump, get bought right back up. Global pandemic, dump, get bought right back up. It's like this is overperforming, right? Because there's that much demand, so the price is able to continuously get pushed back up to the highs. So that tells me that it's actually possibly undervalued because there's that much demand, and we're able to perform this well. I don't think it's overvalued, guys. It's not like we've been climbing up and Chainlink's just been climbing up and it's just been trending up, you know, since July 2019. We're kind of just in a range, and every time we dip, we just get bought right back up. So for me, that's like, I don't know. To me, that just seems like it's not overvalued. In fact, it's just ranging here. And if we break the all-time high, we could see a huge run. But that's just me. Julio says, thoughts on Litecoin. If Litecoin can get above the 21-week EMA here, this blue 21-week EMA, I think that could initiate the run up to the downward sloping resistance at the very least, which is probably like $60. So we got to get above that blue 21-week EMA because that usually initiates some pretty big moves generally. So if you get above that, I would say $60 is on the radar. Litecoin has been lagging a bit. Someone says it's crashing. It's not crash. Oh my god. I hate when people say that. They say, "Oh my god, we're crashing. The ship is sinking. We're crashing." No, guys, absolutely not. Are you looking at the 1-minute chart? Let's look at the 1-minute chart. Is this what you're looking at? Even on the 1-minute chart, guys, we're not crashing. Not yet. Guys, this is not crashing, right? I don't know how new you are to trading and analyzing, but this is what we call not crashing. Did somebody, so can someone confirm this? My friend just texted me and said that Trump is threatening martial law. I wonder if that's true. I didn't see his speech. That could be real, could be not real, I have no idea. Obviously it's because of the riots. So guys, we did get rejected just below that 10,500 mark. So we'll see what happens. Wait, what did the S&P close at today? So we closed up 3,055, up 0.38%. So the stock market went up today, which is interesting. So again, as long as the stock market is relatively bullish, that is good for Bitcoin. That's a good environment for Bitcoin. I don't think people are going to lose faith in the US dollar anytime soon. I mean, usually that kind of stuff takes a while. It's not going to happen overnight. How? I just don't get people. So many, Ricardo just says Bitcoin going down, crying phase. Guys, Bitcoin is going up. Look. Are you delusional? Look, we're going up. We're going up. Are we going to test the upward trend line at 10,000 or 12,000 region? The upward trend line. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Are you talking about like if you were just going to go from wick to wick or something? Like this? Is this what you mean? That's not even at 12,000. Really, you know, the way that I see this right now is I don't even really care if we break 10,500. You know, that would be nice, but really what I want to see at this point is I just want to see the market. I just want to see Bitcoin hold above, you know, confirm support along that previous resistance, right? Let's confirm some support along previous resistance. You know, come back down, retest 9,500, bounce. Man, that happens, I'm so bullish. We're confirming that multi-year resistance as new support. Holy crap, guys! That means we're getting a shift out of the 2-year long pennant formation. That would be awesome, right? So even if it takes a little bit, even if it takes a couple months for us to get above 10,500, I don't mind. I really don't mind. But we'll see how much FOMO we get now. We'll see. I'm not saying this, you know, I don't know what to expect in the short term. I'm not saying this run is over or not. I'm just telling you, you know, as a long-term trader, there's certain things that I look for. So that's like one of the things that I'm looking for that would make me very bullish. Five minutes to daily close. Someone says, is that true? Probably. Yep. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left till the daily close. So one thing we would want to see for this daily close is a close above. I mean, a close above 10,000. A close above 10,100 is really good because that's above that previous resistance here. So closing above that would be very good, which I think we're going to get. We're only 2.5 minutes away. Guys, we don't even have 300 likes, and we have 800 people watching. We should be at 800 likes. Come on. Daily close will be incredible, says Israel. I agree. Seems to be. As long as we close above 10,100, that's pretty good. US is coming into the purge season. Yeah, it seems like it. Seems like it. Kevin, you aren't afraid of the second stock market crash? We'll see, guys. I mean, the Fed is printing a lot. At some point, we probably will. But, you know, as long as they're injecting money into the market, who knows, right? Who knows when it's going to happen, guys? Actually, I am worried about it because I made a video about it, right? If you go down, it says there's a video that basically there's a video I have on my channel that's sort of like discussing the potential of a S&P reversal. And it says like 3,000 S&P reversal or something. And I was saying that if the S&P does see a reversal, that would be very bad for Bitcoin. But it hasn't happened yet. But again, guys, if the demand is high enough for Bitcoin, it can trade against the S&P. It has happened a few times. So we'll see. Usually doesn't trade against it for too long, but it does sometimes. Let's take a look at the chat real quick. Guys, let me know where you're tuning in from. Guys, let me know where you're from. What country are you guys tuning in? This is one of my favorite parts of the stream. I love to see where everyone's from. All right, guys, we got the daily close. The daily close took place at above 10,200. We're going to see if this next daily gives us some continuation to 10,500, possibly. We'll see. We'll see. Oh my God, chat's exploding. Chat is exploding. I'm just gonna read out some random countries. Can't read them all though. So where are you guys tuning in from? You're tuning in from Germany. I don't believe you're from North Korea. I doubt it. Scotland, Quebec, Miami, Iowa, Netherlands, Spain, England, Germany, Amsterdam, Poland, Berlin, Texas, Indonesia, Germany, Serbia, Turkey, Brazil, Belgium, Canada, Mexico, Malta, Pittsburgh, Algeria, LA, Portugal, Colombia, India. Oh my God, the chat is exploding right now. Israel, Romania. This is one of my favorite parts of the stream. It's just seeing all the countries that are watching right now. I'm surprised no one said moon yet. Someone says Mars. We got Phoenix, New York City in the house. Thailand. South Africa. I love to see it, guys. I love to see it. All right, guys. So, what would be acceptable in my opinion is if we did see any pullback right now. This is just so you guys know. This is pretty straightforward. Pulling back to this previous resistance right here. I guess technically it's actually in between. Technically, we would be looking for. Personally, I would say in between 99.50 and 10,000. That's the area that if we do pull back, if you hold that, things can still remain very bullish, right? So 99.50, 10,000 is what you want to hold for this run to, for this type of a run to stay intact and remain very bullish. But we are well above that right now, 10,200. David Kim is in the chat. I thought I posted in Discord, didn't I? Could have sworn I posted in Discord, did I not? Yeah, I did. I did. Guys, I don't care, you know, I'm just discounting this wick. I don't care about this wick, right? I'm just going with the candle body close, 10,000, right? I'm not going to say, oh, exactly 10,079. It's like, nah, that's not my style, guys. I don't, you know, a lot of people are so, like, particular, like, this exact price, and it's like, I just go with, like, maybe the candle body closes or the general area. I'm not going to sit here and call out the exact dollar. It doesn't make sense. Like, what do you know? 64, what is this? RSI 64, so more pump coming on the daily, someone says. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, guys, we do have room to move into overbought territory, right? We do. For most of these moves, guys, we always overbought on the daily. Barely enters overbought territory, trying to pump. We enter overbought running up to 10,500. We entered overbought coming up to 10K. And now we're not even overbought yet. Not yet. So we do have room to move up, guys. We do. So like I explained in that video, that hidden bullish divergence in the video, it played out pretty well. We got that to play out. Dude, David Kim, you do not have to tip. You helped me out enough already, but I appreciate it. David Kim coming in with the 10 once again for like the 4th stream in a row. That is dedication. We're gonna put a dab. We're gonna put a dab and a clap in the chat for David Kim right here. Caprithio's in the chat. What's up? Someone says bull trap. I mean, guys, that's not necessarily the case. Oh my god, the amount of times people have told me that this is a bull trap. Holy crap. Holy crap, guys. Every time. Bull trap. Bull trap. Bull trap. Bull trap. Oh my god, huge bull trap. Bull trap. Bull trap. If you're a long-term trader, guys, you should not care about people saying bull trap because it's never true. Right? It's like it hasn't been true, I mean, for the past 2 or 3 months. I mean, yeah, we are hitting critical resistance now, long-term resistance. So who knows? We could sell off. But at this point, I just ignore people who say bull trap. That's all I've heard for 2 months, 3 months straight. Unless you're talking about short-term stuff, that's different. But because the thing is, a lot of people in crypto, there's like a plague in crypto. It's like the leverage trading plague that has this crypto virus that everybody is just gambling, right? They're taking high leverage positions, gambling, basically. And, every little move freaks everyone. People just get freaked out. They're like, oh my God, we're crashing. And it's like, we've gone down $100. It's really not crashing, guys. So I love to see this. Bitcoin is hanging out, just, stalling above resistance. So we're sustaining these prices above resistance, which is awesome to see. And looking at the chart right now, we can see that Bitcoin is just testing this range that we saw in February of 2020. Dude, isn't it crazy that it's already June 1st of 2020, guys? It's already June 1st of 2020. That is like mind-blowing. Guys, for anyone new to the channel, we have now 22.9k subs. Guys, let's hit 23k subs this stream. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. Let's get to 23k subs during this stream. We need another like 100. So, again, pulling back to retest previous resistance as support is never a bad thing. So even if we do pull back to 10,000 to test previous resistance as new support, that's good. That's a good move for the market to confirm that as support before remaining bullish. But we'll see what actually happens. Bitcoin at 10,162, Litecoin at 48, has not crossed above the 21-week EMA yet. So Litecoin still lagging down here. Ethereum struggling at the resistance a little bit, but Bitcoin is well above the downward sloping resistance now. Again, this view might confuse you, but we're looking at Bitcoin. I'm just zooming in on this top area. Four-hour overbought, could that stop us? I mean, you know, it always can, but the lower time frames being overbought are not as significant as the higher time frames, right? So I would look more towards the daily right now, which we're just below overbought territory. We're kind of almost in overbought territory. We're like literally teetering on it. Check this out. But we're not overbought on the daily yet, so things could go up. Could still move up. Enric says, Kevin, what do you think about a $1 million Bitcoin price in the next years or decade? Well, guys, that's not really something you can predict now. You don't really know like how Bitcoin is going to integrate into society, you know, from a like fully, like you don't know where it's going to be used. Like you just don't know the extent of the adoption yet. So there could be like a temporary cap on the price for at least like a decade or something. You know, you never know. Maybe we run up to 100K and we actually end up stabilizing between 100K and 25K for like a few, like 5 years. You know what I mean? Like who knows what you know, like what the adoption is going to look like, and who's going to be using Bitcoin, how that affects the market. Like there's just a lot of factors that we can't see right now. I can't sit here and say, yeah, $1 million. Like I don't think so. I mean, let's focus on hitting 14,000, you know? Let's focus on hitting 14K and then 20K. And then we can start talking about other prices. Someone says Coinbase just got back online, maybe another push coming. If we see people FOMOing here, yeah. Which we very well could. Everybody that keeps saying bull trap, it's going to go down so fast, it's over. I just can't help but just laugh in my head, because I mean, I don't want to laugh out loud at you during the stream, but man, how many times have I heard this? How many times have I heard people tell me this? All the way up. All the way since 38.58. Everyone's saying, oh, double bottom. Bitcoin's going to hit double bottom. Doesn't happen. Oh, we're going to crash to 5K again. Doesn't happen. Well, we're at least going to hit 6K. Doesn't happen. Well, it's a bull trap. It's like, nope, we're just really bullish. We're just very bullish, guys. It's post-halving. We got the red dot on the stock to flow. Things are looking good. Stock market's still bullish. Let me check something here. We are 80 subs away from 23,000 subs, guys. Let's see if we can get that. So definitely hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed. If you like these types of live streams, kind of just a live stream hangout. And of course, guys, I've been tweeting a lot more nowadays, so definitely follow me on Twitter. And also join that Discord channel. Join that Discord channel. Someone's complaining that the mods don't do enough work to keep the chat clean. I don't see any. I don't personally see anything wrong with the chat. It's like there's nothing. You know, the only way you're going to get banned is if you just, I don't know, you're cursing or you say something racist, or like, I don't know, you can just do. My mods will probably, or if you're talking crap on me, then my mods will probably ban you. Bitcoin kind of just stalling now at 10,200. But yeah, guys, like I was saying in my videos, like I was saying, this was a pretty clear indication, actually. You know, you're looking at this multi-year resistance, and we wicked off it a couple times. We wick off of it again. We touch it, dump. And then we spend like 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks just grinding along it. And I was pointing this out in my video. I said, we've never done this before. This could get very bullish if we break out. And we're starting to see that happen now. We're starting to see that move above. And ultimately, guys, we just need to hold above this resistance. I don't even care if we don't hit 10,500. As long as we're like holding above this resistance like this, even if we trend down along it, to me, that's good. To me, this is great. We're shifting away from this pattern. So as long as we're consolidating above the downward sloping resistance, and then eventually we can break out of here, fantastic market structure. Yeah, we're kind of just stalling now. Everything has stalled at this level. But no major sellers. No major sellers, though, so that's good. No major sellers just yet. But anyway, guys, I kind of just wanted to watch Bitcoin break out here. Talk to you guys for a little bit. I'm probably going to end the stream soon. Or I could take a break and then come back. Craig Neve has been a mod since the beginning. That is true. So we have Drillian saying just subscribe. Appreciate it, man. But anyway, guys, I mean, just to recap, like, we're above the downward sloping resistance. We're above the multi-year resistance, making a beeline for that $10,500 level. We just hit 10,428, just below that $10,500 target, that macro horizontal supply line. We marked that up, right, from February. Again, guys, as many of you probably already know, if we can get above 10,500, that's the first macro higher high in 2 years. That is the first macro higher high in 2 years if we pull this off. Right? First macro higher high in 2 years. This does indicate that Bitcoin could very well be looking to enter a major bullish phase, at the very least, if we can get above 10,500. I mean, getting above the downward sloping resistance in of itself is very bullish, and if we can just remain above this, that's also very bullish in my opinion. David Kim says, now that we broke 10K, theoretically the whale's influence will start degrading. Maybe. Depends on how much FOMO we get. Craig Neve says, if we break 20K, will you do a 24-hour live stream? I could do that. I would have to like plan for that. Let's look in the chat. You guys are probably going to end the stream soon. How long have we been streaming? About an hour. That's really all I wanted to do today. But yeah, guys, we went over a bunch of stuff at the beginning of the stream. And then I've just been kind of looking at chat for the second half. But guys, if you guys could for one last time, definitely smash up that like button. If you guys like this platform that I'm using, the CryptoWatch platform, you can sign up using that link right there. If you want to support the channel directly, you can join the Patreon. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, do all that stuff, and I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll see you guys in the next stream. I'll see you guys on Twitter. I post there all the time nowadays. But this has been a fun stream. But I'm going to end it at the hour 10 mark. We'll see how the market plays out. I've pretty much explained what I wanted to explain. But also shout out to David Kim for the 10 once again. Once again. Always coming in with the 10. Very generous. And guys, I very much appreciate all the regulars in the chat, the names that I keep seeing come up in the chat. You guys are awesome. And you guys know who you are. The people that I always see here. You guys know exactly who you are. And I know exactly who you are. So I appreciate you guys always being here. It means a lot. And I appreciate all you guys that hit that like button, subscribe to the channel today. We're pretty close to hitting 23,000 subscribers, so if you guys could hit that number, that would be great. But I'm going to end the stream. You guys can always rewind this stream to the beginning before I hit end, so that it doesn't skip out on you. But yeah, guys, you can always rewind to watch the beginning of the stream. But that's going to be it for me today. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video.